evening streams are kind of fricked. The early summer heat has, despite our measures to try and like combat the heat, it's pretty shite. Honestly, the heat, the early summer heat has been pretty shite, and this room has always been turning into an oven. So now we're doing morning streams now again. After quite some time, and I'm probably going to focus on morning streams for probably a schedule up towards March of next year, because I will hate the early summer, the summer heat, and everyone in the chat is saying summer question mark because they live in the northern hemisphere. Well, too bad. You need to search up like seasons in different parts of the world. But anyway. It's hot AF during the evening, and I hate it, so we're doing morning streams for our hardcore stuff, so yay. Hopefully gonna have some pretty nice, chill times doing the hardcore stuff, I guess, so I don't know what else I'm gonna say about that. But anyway, Weapons Lucifer and 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶𝗹, or actually 𝗦cije𝗰𝗋, followed from last stream. Weapons Lucifer, welcome to the Fox Army. I cannot read. Anyway, let's do some more hardcore stuff, shall we? We need to do some more, more hardcore stuff. I'm so good at doing intros. I am gonna put this into the freaking VOD, put this stream into the VOD channel, and people are gonna be so confused. Oh boy. But anyway, time for some chill vibes, I guess. Back to doing some more chill stuff. I know, by the way, 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶𝗹. Hope you're doing pretty alright. But yeah, I'm probably just gonna keep doing morning streams, I guess, because, I mean, I already did, like, morning streams earlier, like, a few weeks ago when I was playing Sonic Frontiers, and so far I managed pretty alright. And the viewership, despite being I think actually was fine because of me being the front page backfill, but whatever. So far, I think I was able to manage pretty alright with the morning streams when we were playing Sonic Frontiers, so we're gonna move the hardcore schedule a little bit toward the morning, because I hate the heat, and I would not want to die in my own room while doing the scrimming thing. Oh yeah, we also need to do Enderman ear check. Frick, okay, never mind. We can't even start doing the project stuff anymore. So we need to quickly go back to the end and do Enderman ear check. To those who are not initiated with the Enderman ear check thing, then you probably would need to cover your ears. Let's double check. The respawn point has been set, so we can teleport back over here once we come back from the end. Alright, let's go over here. Anyway, I live in Australia, so it is really hot, isn't it, Fox? I mean, I haven't been to, like, the hotter parts of Australia. I've been to Melbourne, but Melbourne was pretty alright in terms of temperature, but I know for the fact that Outback is brutal, so it is pretty yikes. And the fact that it's only November does not tell us that, like, the summer heat is going to be any friendlier later on in the year. So I'm going to presume it's going to be completely and utterly fricked for us later in the year, I guess. So, yeah, that's going to go very well. So anyway, to those who have never heard of Enderman ear check or have never known what Enderman ear check is, first of all, I would highly recommend you lower down the stream volume to approximately like a volume that isn't gonna bleed your ears. Do not also wear headphones or any sort of like thing that will just blast your ears to oblivion, because it will probably destroy your ears. And I can see people ignoring my advice. But this is a warning, guys. This is a warning. Volume to 200%. Shut up, 25 𝗦cije𝗰𝗶𝗃. I'll say Baggy Moon. How you doing, by the way, Baggy Moon? Anyway, 𝗦cije𝗰𝗃 wants you all to just suddenly perish, so you guys probably are gonna definitely not enjoy this, maybe. I mean, then again, there probably will be a very significant amount of people who will be enjoying this, which is, yikes. Anyway. Can we have a left ear check? A right ear check. A left ear check. Another right ear check. The center consoles. And then last but not least, some surround sounds. I mean, I would be completely honest and say it wasn't very too loud, but then again, I also seen some light peaks on the audio, so it probably would not be very good for the stream in general. Anyway, because he turned it, I don't think I really turned it down that much. It has peaked, the audio has peaked, so it's loud enough, I guess, for you. Hopefully I'm not going to destroy people's ears. Anyway, but yeah, Baggy Moon says, how are you? I'm doing pretty well so far. So far the chat's been very active, so I probably missed like a lot of questions in the chat, or messages in the chat if I haven't seen it too much. Anyway, I have no idea what else I missed. Anyway, kill off all these Enderman stuff. We need to quickly repair our tools, because I have a bunch of like stuff that needs to be repaired, so I might as well quickly do that, I guess. Since we're already here, I guess. Anyway, mate, is your skin a fox? Says Lowell Coco. What? I'm confused. Anyway, also, how good is that sword, by the way? I mean, it's not bad. If I had to like get rid of something, I probably would get rid of like Sweeping Edge, because that's really annoying. But overall, it's not too bad, I guess. Anyway, it is autumn, says a stiller. I mean, yeah, for the northern hemisphere, but it's currently spring in the southern hemisphere, and we're currently burning alive a little bit. Also, Greta Thor, if you want to know what texture pack I'm using, you can do !pack in the chat, so that way you get the nice sort of Google document link. But also, how you doing, by the way, Gret? Anyway, how good is that? So I don't know to your standards, but it's a pretty good sword, so that's all I can really say. Trying to go into Queensland. Fox is burning here around like 11 p.m. It's 34 degrees Celsius. Lovely. I don't want to go to Queensland if that's the case. No thank you. Anyway, it'll be a while before I regain the block again, because I normally miss the evening streams because of school. So hopefully the morning streams will help you a little bit with that. I think this is like a good time for people to like catch up with the streams now, because Europeans will not be having to go to school all the time, or not. They still need to go to school, but like the schedule will not conflict them with going to school, and the North Americans are able to watch the streams. So I guess this will be a little bit more beneficial for people like them. Not too sure about Australians though, but Australians are waking up because someone from Queensland is here, so we'll see how that goes, I guess. Alright, anyway, let's quickly repair some more stuff. Anyway, let's go over here. Look. Yeah, so far, like, a lot of Australians are just waking up. So I think around, like, 9:30 or 9 a.m. here in New Zealand, which is roughly around, like, 7 a.m. to 6 a.m. in Australia, would be perfectly fine, I guess, for us to start the streams. So that's not a bad, sort of, like, balance, I guess. Mate, is your skin a fox? I mean, yeah, it literally is a fox-like skin, which is no surprise. And before people ask, is that, like, Fundy? Is your skin similar to Fundy? No, it's not. Like, I don't think Fundy's skin has, like, very vertical eyes. I would probably refer myself as similar to CPK. CPK's skin, most likely. But yeah, people keep, like, saying that I look, or, like, I very look similar to, God, I can't articulate shit. So a lot of people I've, like, seen in the chat always say that I look very similar to Fundy, which I don't get, because the skin does not look anywhere close to Fundy. So, that's always the thing we always keep getting, but yeah, there's a little bit of a clarification, I guess. Anyway, all I saw was Australian in the description, so I joined. I mean, so far I'm trying to grab all the Australian viewers, because I'm from New Zealand, I guess. I mean, then again, I want to grab as many Oceania viewers, because in case this channel implodes in Europe and, like, North America, at least Australians are able to still watch, and New Zealanders as well. So, let's go. At least I'm gonna grab all those viewers, I guess. But then again, I've been to Australia recently, and it was pretty cool, I guess. Anyway, 69 viewers because of the front page backfill has been looking pretty strong with the viewership, I guess, which is pretty pog. No idea how long that's going to last. I think it's going to last up towards January. So that's a good inflation on the viewership numbers for a while until it suddenly dies and we can't have the back page fill thing. Then we're fricked. Oh well. Yeah, I know, the viewership is spiking up because I'm like part of the front page backfill. To those who have never heard about what that is, it's basically partners, yeah, mainly partners have like the ability to like apply for being part of the sort of carousel, is that the word? Basically like a list of like people that will be like suggested onto the front page if like none of the main headlining front page streamers are not live and all that stuff. So technically for like up towards January, I'm part of that list. And then I have to reapply afterwards, and if I don't succeed, then this channel might die, but that's basically what's kind of inflating the viewership a little bit, so that's pretty pog. And that's also the reason why I've been getting like a huge amount of inflated viewers during the Sonic Frontier streams, mainly because of the front page backfill, but not a lot of like followers out of that, so hopefully that inflates the viewership a little bit, but I don't think it's really going to be too whack, I guess. Honestly, I don't really mind people saying M8 as to like shorten out as like made and stuff like that. It's just don't spam it. That's usually the main rule of thumb anyway. Just don't spam like very abbreviated stuff all the time. People are like just commenting the amount of viewership just spiking now. I mean, I'm not surprised, but at the same time, it's not really much of a big deal considering it's the front page backfill. Anyway, I hope you're doing pretty well. By the way, not Milkshake Guy. Apologies, I'm missing a lot of messages in the chat. You do, lol, just the difference that Funny has more dull eyes and wears an LGBT clothing. That's again, his eyes are vertical, not vertical. His eyes are horizontal. I look nowhere near in resemblance to 𝗏𝗀's skin, except in the fur color, and that's it. And maybe my nose, but that's basically it. Because so far, 𝗏𝗀 is always asleep whenever he like shows his face on stream and Minecraft and stuff like that. Not IRL, obviously, but again, I always keep saying that like he always like looks to be like tired whenever he like shows like a Minecraft recording of himself. It's nowhere near similar to me. My skin does not look anywhere close to 𝗏𝗀 except for the fur and the nose. That's all there is in terms of comparisons. Anyway. Still need to repair a little bit of the stuff around through here. We can return this netherite pickaxe there. Wyand's God back over here. I'll still keep this axe because I probably would need it to cut down some of the leftover what's the word, like more stem trees nearby like our city, so we might need to clear those up a little bit. How you doing, by the way, Void Rot? God, why is my stomach trying to like explode again? I mean, I did eat breakfast recently. Blah. But anyway, how you doing, by the way, Void Rot? Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Anyway, his eyes are horizontal. Leave the poor fox alone. I know. I mean, then again, it's gonna be a common like comparison between me and 𝗏𝗀. I mean, I already got used to it, but at the same time, it's still like remarkable how little comparisons we both have in terms of our skin. But oh well. Oh well, I'm not gonna complain too much. Alright, anyway, that should be basically all the tools that we need to repair. Let's go and return back to our nether city sort of project and continue on working on the floor plans. And maybe also expand a little bit of the roads as well, because we need to start working towards the terraces, which is going to be a lot of fun, hopefully. Anyway, ignoring this contraption, that's definitely not a way for me to exploit the frick out of like with her roses and whatnot. Alright, anyway, time to go over here. Anyway, vibing is better. I mean, you can both vibe and study at the same time. You can just put the stream in the background. I don't really mind. Like, I don't mind people lurking in the stream while doing stuff in the background. Like, that's kind of the point of why I do these streams, is that it's a nice place for people to chillax. Like, I don't really mind people just studying in the background and whatnot. Like, it's not that bad. Alright, I also don't have block sounds on because I disabled it. Alright, let's, yeah, roughly around 20% is fine. Yeah, that's a pretty good volume. The enemies, how you doing, by the way, the enemies? Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Alright, anyway. Time for some chill Sonic Color vibes, I guess. I was about to say Minecraft vibes, but then again, the soundtrack is not Minecraft. I mean, I love this this remix of Sonic Colors. Planet Wisp is always going to be sounding pretty nice. Alright. Let's add a little bit of extra depth around through here. Because why not? Alright. Maybe we can add a doorway over here so that way it looks a little bit more interesting, but I don't know really in general. Alright, let's see here. We need to put ourselves a nice looking building of some kind over here. Put some accents over here so that should connect very well. Also, Baggy Moon, welcome to the Fox Army. Alright, there we go. Let's see how these accents look by the looks of it. Do-do, do-do-do-do. Would this work pretty well? I mean, this is not a bad looking building, I guess, but then again, I don't know if it's really great. I mean, I might just add, like, make this as the entrance, I guess. This will be a bit of an interesting sort of entrance. So we'll see, we'll see. Fox, what would you do if you die all of a sudden? I have no idea. Also, is the, yeah, the question queue is still enabled, so people can still redeem stuff in the question queue. Most likely, I'll miss a lot of messages in the chat, so a little bit of like advice if you want to send me a question, just put it in the question queue so I can easily answer it, because there's a lot of like people chatting in the chat now. Anyway, rest in peace, lol Cocos, I guess. Anyway, the enemies, welcome to the Fox Army as well. Hope your day's been doing pretty alright. Gothic Gur. Gothic again, hope you're doing pretty well. Also Beanie as well, doing the lurk. Hope you're doing alright. But yeah, if I die suddenly, I would probably fall into like some sort of deep state of depression before I start in like a new world or whatever like that. Like, I would be sad, but at the same time, I would just immediately start up a new world. That's probably how I would react if I suddenly died out of nowhere. But yeah, I don't really know what my full reaction would be, so we'll see, I guess. Anyway, yeah, I don't think, yeah, if you're trying to like do the texture pack links, just do !pack in the chat, and also avoid doing replies because it might not work for whatever reason. Yeah, I can just call you Coconut, don't worry, mate. Still not a bad name. Alright, add a bit of basalt pillars over here, and yeah, I guess this is a pretty nice sort of layout for a building. It kind of like intersects close to like the wall area over here, so that's not too bad, I guess. A part of me really wants me to edit a little bit of some of the areas, but at the same time, I don't want to touch it too much. So I think that should be fine, I guess. Alright, anyway, let's go over here. You can't make me depressed. I'm already depressed. Who says that, like, being depressed does not make you more... sorry. Who says you'll be immune to depression if you're already depressed? You could get even more depressed. I'm kidding. Okay, that just sounds so... That sounds so whack. Never mind. I'm gonna skip that joke. So anyway, let's just go back and doing the hardcore thing. Just focus on the Minecraft vibes. Because I think we all just need to deal with that for the meantime. And not deal with, like, a lot of wacky, depression vibes, I guess. We just want the chill vibes. Depression, okay. I'm just not gonna comment too much about the chat now. Alright, this definitely would need to be split into 2 different buildings, but I have no idea how I would want that to work. I guess we'll have like some sort of like extrusion over here, just to make this look a little bit more bigger than the other building nearby, and maybe that'll work. Let's see. So we have like a bit of an accent wall over here. Our accent wall going through over here. Around here will be a little bit interesting. We'll have like another sort of extrusion over here for this building. So this will be the entrance of that other building, I guess. Now, I'm not gonna add like any verandas or any sort of like other building sort of details yet, because what we're just doing right now is like the floor planning. So we have a basic idea what the shape of the building is, but all the details and like other extras like balconies and whatnot have not been like fully included yet, and that's on purpose. Because mainly the first thing you should ever do when it comes to building buildings is getting the shape right. Because if the shape is not right, you're not going to fit anything that you want into your building. So that's what we're trying to aim for when it comes to these sort of floor plans. They're not perfect, but at the same time, it's a pretty good way of like getting a good idea what the size of these buildings are, and that's why we're working on these first. By the way, if you want to know exactly what the stained glass colors mean while we're working on all of these floor plans, do !guide in the chat. I don't know if there's other aliases, but !guide or guides, I guess, or just !guide in the chat will give you a nice sort of image of what the stained colors mean in terms of like all this floor planning. It's a pretty handy sort of like guide. Also, do you like soft-boiled eggs with cut up toast and dipping the toast in the yolk? Well, first of all, I don't really like boiled eggs because usually it has a bit of a weird sort of texture and taste to it. And also, I would prefer just eating scrambled or poached eggs. Actually, poached eggs is actually pretty nice. Having poached eggs and dipping the toast into the yolk, though, it's not too bad. So I probably would go for that, I guess. So that's probably my sort of thoughts about it. Anyway, early stream. Do you stream at this time every day? I mean, starting like today, I guess we'll do these early streams, because whenever I'm doing the late night streams, or not late night streams, but the evening streams, it's been really unbearable with the heat. So I probably will just keep doing these early morning streams, I guess. Or not early morning, but morning streams in general. Because, yeah, frick the summer heat here in the Southern Hemisphere. It's gonna suck. It's gonna absolutely suck, I guess. Anyway, also, can you teach me how to build one day? I don't know how to really teach people how to build. It's really just down to, like, trial and error, I guess. Because, for me, I did not really learn how to build from, like, any specific YouTuber or streamer and stuff like that. Most of this is really done by like trial and error and practice and just playing this hardcore world for over like 2 years and stuff like that. So it's really just down to you just spending time getting used to like the proportions of buildings, and also like also learning how to like get the right sort of depth to your building and stuff like that. Because I feel like that's the best way of learning how to build, and not just having to rely on tutorials or like YouTube videos all the time. If I would need to recommend some
got
resources in learning how to build, I would recommend like a lot of like Grian's older videos of like how to build specific sort of like buildings and stuff like that, and also learning some techniques in building, I guess. His tutorials were really handy when I was first playing Minecraft, so I can suggest that. Anyway, too, man, I'm not gonna ever be a good builder. Well, you need to spend some time to be a good builder, so that's a start, I guess. Beanie says I slapped depression in the face. I mean, I would agree with that as well. I mean, then again, depression has zero feelings about anybody, so I don't know how effective that will be. Do you ever get bored of hardcore Minecraft? Not too much. As long as I'm able to do something in this world, then usually I'm not too bored. Sometimes I do get like pretty like is the word bored or mainly dulled from like having to do repetitive tasks, but often I just like watch YouTube videos in the background. My god, my stomach is really trying to explode. I usually just like watch a lot of YouTube videos in the background or listen to music in the background, and that's helped to like deal with like very repetitive like tasks and stuff like that. So that's something that I would also recommend for anyone wanting to do their own hardcore stuff. Alright, so we got these buildings all sorted out. 2 buildings over here. We can't really do much around here just yet because of all these stuff that's still over here, so we're gonna leave this like as it is for in the meantime. But yeah, so far we got pretty much like all of these floor plans like done around through here, which is pretty sweet. Now we just have to worry about like how do we get towards the terraces? How does one start working on the terraces over here? Because this is going to be a bit of an interesting sort of way of handling things. Yeah, how do we deal with these sort of terraces? So there would have to be some sort of like stairwell going from like over here, I guess. We need to build some sort of like stairwell of some kind. So that way we know at least we know where the entrances towards like the top of these terraces over here, because there's a lot of like terraces that we need to deal with. So let's see how this would go. Anyway, exclamation mark rename _V. That's a pretty handy sort of command. Oh, that's actually the way you can actually transfer your watch time. I should really like encourage people to like do that then. Do exclamation mark rename from like your old name to your new account, so that way you can also move your watch time. I should have like told people about that, but then again, I'm not too used to like stream elements as features, but that's really handy. Alright, anyway. Let's see over here. So a bit of like a sort of like a stairwell of some kind over here. This is very rough, but that's on purpose, because I'm not finalized with anything just yet until we finally finalize it. It's all rough. Alright, see you later then, Coconut. Hopefully see you next time. Alright, let's go over here. How in the bloody hell do we deal with this? So we have like a few terraces that we can work with. We might as well like reserve this area for like an entire building. So we might need to cut off this area in some way. Oh boy. So far, like the roads in this sort of terraces will have to be 2 blocks wide, because if we make it 3 blocks wide, we're not gonna have a lot of real estate to work with. So I think this is a pretty good balance, I guess. Alright, so let's just focus on getting the road layouts for the terraces over here sorted out. So we have this entire plot of land for 1 building, which is pretty cool. Anyway, people are just gonna be lurking and just vibing in the chat, which is all good. That's what I kind of like about like just doing like Twitch streams like these. Just focus on chilling. Don't worry about like socializing all the time. It's always pretty funny to me that being like someone who's socially like introverted and stuff like that, who hates having to socialize all the time, I still do Twitch streams that require a lot of socializing and talking to people. But also at the same time, it also bites me in the arse sometimes, so it's kind of like a double-edged sword. Like at one point, I would always love doing Twitch streams, but also at the other point, I also hate socializing. So it's kind of awkward to keep doing Twitch streams, knowing that I have to like socialize all the time. But oh well. Oh well, I usually live with it, I guess. Even though it gets kind of unbearable in some ways, but oh well. Chillin' and killin'. Just chillin' and killin' time, I guess. That's how life works. Alright. Break the glass around through here so we can expose these areas, I guess. Okay, we can make a direct pathway directly through here, so we have buildings just being assigned over in this direction, which is really, really cool. Why is my throat already beginning to die? Like, I guess I talked a lot last stream, but why is my throat beginning to, like, suffer today? Makes no sense. Jesus. At least I still have a bottle of water I can still drink. Can you please make a hobbit hole? I try not to do that. I mean, it's cool, but it's a bit of like a building cliche I've seen like around like the Minecraft community. And especially as me being a New Zealander, I would want to challenge myself not to make a hobbit hole. Like, it's a cool idea, but at the same time, I don't want to completely overdo that, you know? Or really just have that as like the basis of like an entire build, because it's just a bit repetitive. Alright, anyway, that area should be completely exposed. Now let's quickly add some white glass around through here. Do we still have enough white glass? I think we should. Should have enough white glass to like cover the roadways over here, I guess. Gret says, how long have I been on this hardcore world? I've been on this hardcore world for over 2 years. Roughly around 2 years and 5 months, so that's pretty interesting. Alright, go over here. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba ba ba. Ba 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 ba. I really need to like get like a proper like holiday playlist ready for like December, I guess. I guess like at the start of December I'm gonna start like blasting like holiday tunes because I don't want to start doing that for November yet. But at the same time, I don't know that many DMCA friendly like holiday tunes I can think of, so I'll definitely need to do a lot of research like off stream, I guess, to look for those soundtracks that have like a nice holiday tune but aren't gonna give me like a copyright strike. So we'll see how that goes, I guess. Did I purposely leave this area like lower, I guess? I mean, I guess that was the purpose of this area. But yeah, that's a bit jarring in some degree, but yeah, I must have done this on purpose for the sake of like making sure that everything is a bit consistent, maybe. I have no idea. Alright, so we have this area over here to work on like some sort of building and like a bit of like a drop way down to this terrace, I guess. So that makes a little bit of sense. No idea what this section is going to be, but I guess it's going to be like an overhanging building right next to this sort of staircase of some kind. I don't know what to really describe that area, but that might be interesting to work with. Let's also add like a pathway over here just to make this area a bit complemented. Anyway, you should make a skate park down here. I don't know how that's going to work, and I don't know if I want to do that. Especially if you're like hanging out in like a very dangerous nether area. I don't know if that's gonna work very well, but who knows, but most likely not. Alright, so a bit of a roadway over here. We might split this like terrace area a little bit just to have a little bit of mixed up spaces, I guess. So something like this. We'll see how that will work, I guess. Might come up with some pretty interesting sort of like arrangements for buildings over here. That's the beauty of it. You have no idea why it's over there. Who knows? Who knows if I will implement that or something like that. I have no idea. Alright. I think that's a pretty good arrangement of roads. So a bit of a plot of land over here for buildings. Over here is another plot of land for buildings. Another one over here. Another one over here. So that's a pretty good sort of basis for how the terraces would kind of look like. This road over here, or this staircase, is extremely rough, but that's on purpose. I might need to like lower down the sort of like the length, I guess, the length of the staircase, because it makes kind of a little bit of less sense. But this is not a finalized staircase of some kind. It might be much more simplified or whatever later on, further iterations of this, so I think that's pretty alright, I guess. Then break all of this. Also, by the way, if you haven't joined the Very Wacky Discord server, by the way, be sure you join the Very Wacky Discord server. The link has always been posted in the chat multiple times by the yours truly defective _box. But if you want to get the Discord link manually, just do !Discord. I definitely would need to remove a little bit of the netherrack over here, because it seems a little bit inconsistent to have, like, a huge wall of netherrack over here for whatever bloody reason, so I'm going to get rid of some of this. This means my inventory is going to be full of netherrack, but oh well. I already got used to, like, having netherrack stuck in my inventory for quite some time, so I'm not too offended by this. Alright, go over here. Clean this area up. I don't want to make it too far, because I might as well worry about that once I'm doing the actual building. See you later then, Gret. Be sure to get some good rest. Alright. So I guess that looks a little bit more cleaned up. Adds a little bit of extra space for this part of the building, I guess. Or maybe I should probably expand this area a little bit over here, just to make this a little bit more better for us to work with. Got some quartz stuff around through here, though. Nothing too bad. I think we can work with that area, I guess. Let's see, we need to throw this away. And probably dump, like, all the excess netherrack back into these shulker boxes over here. Should probably move it somewhere else. This doesn't seem like a very sustainable, very sustainable way to place down netherrack, or store netherrack, but oh well. Oh well, it can stay there for now. Okay, let me just quickly restock on materials right now, because I don't see a lot of glass colors that I need. So I need some more gray glass, a little bit more black glass. Green and red are fine. We might need some more white glass soon, so that's all good. Alright, let's start working on the buildings over here. How would these buildings be laid out? So this would be one whole building. So this will be interesting to work with, I guess. How do I want this to be arranged? Yeah, I might as well have it, like, close up to the edges around through here, I guess, as much as possible. Alright, something around through here, then we can have, like, wall going over here, I guess. Anyway, how you doing, by the way, Shadow Razor? Hope you're doing okay. Yeah, doing the Minecraft thing again. As always. Alright, go over here in this direction. Yeah, a bit of a corner over here, and I guess this can go over there, I guess, and we'll see how that will look. Yeah, I have no idea how well this is going to be, but we'll experiment this, I guess. Anyway, yeah, good. How are you? I'm doing pretty alright. A bit oddly dizzy, but I guess it's because I'm not too used to the fact that I'm beginning to do, like, hardcore streams during the morning, but overall I'm doing pretty alright. Just a little bit tired, I guess, because I did not really get a very good night's sleep because of how humid it was last night. But overall, it's not too bad. Alright, let's go over here. Break that. Whoops. Go on Knuckle Bones. Really need to play some more, like, Call of the Lamb Knuckle Bones. It was pretty fun when I last played it. Let's not have you go over there, because that seems kind of odd. Let's do that, add that over there, and then have the accent blocks go over here. There we go, and I broke it without a Silk Touch pickaxe. Good job, me, for organizing that properly. Anyway, this is a very bizarre looking building, not gonna lie. No idea if this is gonna work out or not, but I might make this into, like, some sort of, like, watchtower or some sort of building of some kind. I don't know what this building is going to be to honest. Let's move this back by an extra block and then work on some proper extrusions just to make this a little bit more easier for us to work with, I guess. Anyway, remember half a year ago you was just transforming and stuff like that, or terraforming, sorry, not transforming. Brain. But yeah, we were just only terraforming like a few months ago, and now we're finally working on some of the actual buildings for the city, which is lovely. So we finally did some character progression, I guess, for this entire place. So that's lovely. Part of me wants to make this asymmetrical, but also part of me doesn't want to do it, so I'm probably just gonna listen to that other part because I don't want to overdo this entire like building here, I guess. All right, black stained glass to indicate where the walls are, so let's go over here. Fox transforming go. Yeah, just immediately like turn this into a Transformers reference. Absolutely lovely. All right, going over here. God, I can't speak shy anymore. It's nice to listen, like, sing along with the melody, but my throat dies after a while. Transformer robots in disguise, oh god. Okay, let's put a basalt pillar over here. One over there, another one over here. Since I guess this is part of the terrace, I would probably put like a lot of basalt pillars all over the place. Just to add a little bit of extra consistency around through here. Alright, basalt pillars over here. Da da da. Bum 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 bum. Do 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 do. I'm trying to figure out if I can put a basalt pillar over here, but I don't think it's gonna fit properly, so I'm gonna leave it as it is, I guess. I mean, this is not a bad looking-ish sort of building layout, because we have like a bit of space for like a kitchen or something like that, so can't really complain too much, I guess. Alright, let's make out an outline for some of the buildings in this plot of land over here. We'll definitely need to split this up into multiple buildings, but I have no idea how that's going to go. So we'll see how it looks once we get rid of all the glass around through here. Not all the glass, but some of the glass here. How do you a song request? You don't, because I don't usually take song requests, and usually people who give me song requests are music that is copyright striked or DMCA. So ideally, I don't want to deal with that. Let's see here. Also, I'm not going to listen to that song ever again because that is just a dead meme and should stay dead. But unfortunately, some people really want to resurrect memes, which is really disheartening. Okay, let's go and go over here. Oof, this area is going to be really, really annoyingly tight for buildings. Because I don't see a lot of, like, flexible building areas over here, which is yikes. Yeah, I don't know how we're going to turn this into separate buildings, but hopefully we'll work out something, I guess. I mean, the worst case scenario is that I get rid of this portion over here and have these sort of split up. I mean, that's probably the only way I can think of going, because the buildings here kind of suck in terms of its size, so might as well split this up a little bit, just to make our lives a little bit more easier when it comes to planning this out. No, I don't want to go over here. Alright, so let's quickly put some more stuff around through here and see how that would look. You can make a forger house. I mean, that's kind of what I'm thinking for some of the other buildings here. I'm not too sure exactly what these buildings are going to be, but most likely they'll be residential because, you know, some people would love to live in an area where you're able to see, like, the majority of the city, I guess, so that might appeal to some sort of buildings, I guess. I have no idea, honestly. But yeah, we're probably just gonna go and resort for that sort of idea, maybe. How the frick would this work? Because we got this building over here, but we also have this other building over here. Would it be wise to... This would have to be cut down a little bit. So this would have to go around through here. And we might as well take over this spot over here, because that'll be a big waste of space. Alright, let's go over here. This layout kind of bothers me for whatever reason, and I don't know why. It's not bad. I don't really mind too much of the layout, but yeah, we definitely need to expand a little bit of this area because there really isn't a lot of space to work with in terms of buildings and whatnot, so, or like space over here for this building, so we'll see. Anyway, I'm gonna purposely ignore the chat because I am now hating how it is acting right now. Yeah, that seems a bit more better. Gonna have a doorway over here, or a bit of an entrance over there. Add some black glass over here, and see how that would look. Okay. How the frick am I gonna fit like a proper building over here, though? I guess this area, I guess this building has to be combined, I guess, because I can't think of any way we can make this less jank than it is, so, I might need to combine these perimeters over here. You hate us, sad face? I mean, considering that you say things like, can you drink some lava, it's good for the throat. And, yeah, I don't know if that's really something I will really want to keep saying out loud. Yeah, no. Alright, anyway, let's just keep going around through here. Sometimes it amazes me how kind of whack my own Twitch chat is compared to, like, other people's chats. Like, some people make it purposely whack for, like, their own entertainment, but I want to aim for, like, a chill vibes, and I'm not even asking for these wacky chats all the time, and yet I still receive them, and I don't understand why. I simply don't even understand why do I still keep getting these sort of wacky chats. Oh, boy. Like, I just want to, like, deal with wholesome vibes and just being able to chill, but this is what I get. This is what I get. Just chaos sometimes, and no freaking mercy. Let's see. Let's put a doorway over here. See if that will work out. Oh, I just realized this doorway over here is going to be very jank. Because it's right next to the wall over here. So I might need to move a little bit of this doorway over here. Oh boy. Don't know how that's going to look. But yeah, this is a bit too janky to work with. Alright, let's make this into like a double door, I guess. Would that work? I don't think that's going to work. So I'll probably just keep it to like a bit of an asymmetrical door over here. Yeah, these buildings or plots of land over here are really, really annoying to work with, but oh well, we'll just have to work with it. How you doing, by the way, Quirks2Q? Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Welcome back, mate. Hope your day's been doing okay. Alright. Alright, going over here. We'll see how that will look. Why not want the quartz pillar inside the building? I don't think so. God, this is a very narrow looking building. That's gonna be pretty yikes for us to work with. At the same time, I could try and sacrifice a little bit of these accent areas, considering we're not gonna be able to see it. At the same time, I don't know, but since, I guess since it's right next to the cliff, I guess we can sacrifice these. Alright, see you later then, Weapons Lucifer. Hopefully see you next time. You got a new favorite streamer, nice. Hopefully see you next time then, mate. Hopefully like another stream, I guess. But yeah, be sure you stay safe, mate. Alright, there we go. That adds a little bit of extra space over there, and that looks a little bit more better. Alright, let's see how much room we can fit over here, I guess. How are you doing, man? I'm doing pretty alright. Just a bit tired, but overall not doing too bad. Just a bit tired, because freaking heat the amount of like summer heat or early summer heat we had last night was freaking stupid. But overall, it's still pretty alright. Is it still hot like last night? I mean, for the mornings, it's much more cooler. It's only up to like 24 degrees Celsius in this room, which is better than 27 or 28 degrees Celsius from like last night. So it's definitely better. But it's still, I'm still worried about how whack the temperatures are going to be for the summer months here in New Zealand for December, January, if this is only November. So, God forbid nothing terrible happens later on. But for the meantime, I'm probably just going to stick towards like morning streams, I guess, if the temperature is going to be really this bad. But we'll see. We'll see. Did you get a new mic, or is it just me? Most likely you, because I've been using this mic for well over a year. Like, it's still the same Rode NT1 that I got from like back in like June of like last year, so that's how old this mic has been in the meantime, I guess. I don't know what else to say. it still sounds pretty nice. I don't have any regrets of purchasing this mic. It's a really, really good mic. But yeah, I don't think there really is a major difference on your end, I think, unless it's some sort of, maybe it's the headphones that maybe you're wearing, but I have no idea. Alright, we're not gonna put too many basalt pillars over here, because that might look a bit too wacky, but I think that's a pretty good arrangement for the buildings over here. I mean, I can't really say too much, I guess. I like it when it's 24 and 28 degrees Celsius. I would always prefer temperatures that are less than 22. Because 21 is basically proper room temperature, or not proper room temperature. But like, that's pretty good, like, weather temperature. It was like less than 22 degrees or 21 degrees Celsius. Anything below 18 is a bit too cold. Anything above 24 is a bit too warm. But when it reaches like up towards like the near like higher 20s, like almost up to 30, it just gets really unbearable, especially if you're indoors. The thing about like temperature, I guess, like in a sort of sense, is that like it's different if you're both indoors or outdoors. I think that's what a lot of people are kind of like misinterpreting whenever I say it's like pretty warm or boiling inside of like my room when it's like 27 degrees, and then people say, oh, it's like 32 degrees in like the country I live in. It's not that bad. But mainly the reason why it feels more bearable is mainly because that temperature is like insulated outdoors, I guess, or mainly felt outdoors, so you're already getting used to like sort of the temperatures from the outdoors compared to like the indoors. And most likely indoors is much more like very cooled off and stuff like that compared to the outdoors. Whereas for my room, since it's like hotter than the outdoors, it's gonna suck even more. I feel like a lot of people are like misinterpreting like my complaints about like the temperature in my room being like the outside temperature, because the outside temperature is much more different to feel compared to like the indoor temperatures, because you've got wind and other stuff that helps to cool you off. But when it comes to like indoors, you don't get wind unless you have a fan and or air conditioning and stuff like that. And if you don't have that, well, good luck. Good luck, you're gonna die in a few freaking hours, I guess, because that's not how people should live, honestly. Like, if you're living in a room that is hot on the outside without any sort of ventilation, you're gonna slowly pass out. It's actually pretty deadly. Anyway, their mic is good. It sounded better for me. I mean, it's the same mic. It's still the same mic, so unless there's like a firmware update that Wavelink has done to my interface, I don't really tell much of a difference. It's still the same mic as far as I know. So unless I'm speaking fine, I guess, then it should be great. I don't know. No idea why would like the microphone sound a little bit different. Should sound consistent as far as I know. Alright, placing down some glass around through here. Let's see how that would look. Blah blah blah. Should we split this building into two, though? I mean, this definitely seems like a building that we could split up into two. I'm not too sure exactly if this diagonal will work out very well, but let's quickly, first of all, like put in like the walls inside here so we can see how much space we have. This is gonna be a one block sort of like thing over here, so that's not gonna be very enjoyable for us. So you know what? I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna move this road because that looks kind of stupid. Oh, you were sick at the time, that is why. When was the last time you listened to my streams? Because I never... Did I sound sick at some point? Because I remember not really... I don't remember me streaming during a time when I was like pretty sick, so I don't know the difference, I guess? Maybe my voice was a little bit deeper because of like that, maybe, but I don't know. I don't recall. Usually whenever I'm like pretty sick, I don't usually stream at all, because it's going to affect both my energy and my voice, so I usually don't stream if I'm pretty sick. But yeah, it depends really on what that stream was, because I can't remember all the times that I usually got sick, and then still streamed anyway, because I got a stream or else my channel dies or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I played a game of softball, so just standing in the sun in 34 degrees Celsius, lovely. But yeah, if it's outdoors, it's much more easier to bear with because you have more like thermal like areas to like cool off, I guess, if that's the right word. But pretty much if you're outdoors, you're much more better to like handle like the heat compared to being indoors. So that's always something that people keep like misjudging, I feel like. There's always a bit of a difference in terms of that. Anyway, your voice was deeper now. I feel like it is clear. Alright, I guess. I mean, I can't really tell much of a difference, so To each their own, I guess. It feels like it's already still deep as it is, so don't know how that's gonna go. Okay, we got some very wacky cliff face areas over here that I don't like, but I guess we'll just have to resolve that later on, maybe. This is kind of triggering me at some point, I guess. Last time I watched you, it was spring. I mean, it is currently spring right now, so I don't know when was the last time you watched me, unless it's spring on your, like, end. Like, if it's, like, spring on your, like, where you live, I guess it's, like a few months ago. But yeah, I don't remember being sick, I guess, in that certain day? I don't know. That kind of confuses me. Alright. How in the frick do I structure this good? How do I make this look pretty good? I guess we'll just have to make this into like a very walled off area in order to make this look a bit consistent. Yeah, there really isn't that much I can really do about this building area over here because it looks kind of whack regardless whatever I do, so I guess it's fine as it is. Let's quickly put another doorway over here. Yeah, I don't know, honestly. Anyway, he's a big boy now. I don't think my channel is really much of a big boy. The only reason why it's like viewership is inflated right now is because of the backfill, I think, or the front page backfill. So don't like assume that the channel has finally grown or has like all the viewers compared to like the followers and stuff like that. Like this is just a one-off like scenario as far as I know. It's not consistent, which is really annoying, but oh well. Who knows, it might remain consistent if I keep doing these morning streams, but I have zero faith that this viewership is gonna be maintained after a while. Anyway. He's a big boy. I was talking about you yourself. Like, I'm a big boy now in terms of, like, IRL? Like, how the frick would you know that? Because I don't know if you know if I'm big or not. But yeah, I'm confusion. I also just realized this doesn't look very neat, so let's try and, like, have the accents go over here. Your voice. I mean, you can usually watch like my VODs, and you can tell that the voice hasn't really changed that much. It's been deep for quite some time. Anyway, can you click on me and tell me when I started watching FoxNZ? Well, it's hard to really know when exactly you'll watch, but I can see when you've been following me, and you've been following me since like February 2nd. But I don't know when was the last time you watched me. That's the thing I don't know about. Because you might be lurking in the chat, so I don't know if the chat messages would be accurate, so that's just a few things I have to like point out first of all. Alright. No idea how well this building is going to be organized, but I need to probably move this down over here a little bit. Let's add the corners first so we can see what the sort of general shape of this building would look like. Don't know if it's going to be great though. Go over there. Go over there. There we go. Alright, how does that look? This would have to be one single building, because I cannot think of anything other than like this just being a single building as far as I know. And also I'm gonna make this I'm gonna get rid of this small area here. It makes no sense. And I'm breaking the glass using my bow. I'm so good at this game. Holy frick. Okay, anyway. But yeah, I have no idea what to do with this small area. Maybe just put this as like a log area or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, this building is, I guess we're just going to have to like resort this to being just a single building, because if I split this up, I don't think it's going to fit any more buildings as far as I know. I mean, we could split it up, but I don't think that'll be wise, because if we split it up, it's not going to give us a lot of space around through here. So I think it should be fine. Last time I watched your stream, you were building some ice castle, or ice city, by the name of Ice Nemesis, which makes sense. Also, but no worries then, Strange Cliff. Hopefully see you next time. Be sure to get some good rest then, mate. Hopefully see you another time then. Alright, let's go and fix up all of these areas here. See how that would work. But yeah, hopefully see you next time then, Strange Cliff. Alright, break all that. Whoops. Just still go over here a little bit. Then we can add some basalt pillars around through here in the corners. And hopefully that'll look pretty okay. A little bit of like basalt pillar accents around through here just to make things a little bit more interesting maybe. I have no idea honestly. Alright, that looks pretty good. So let's add a nice doorway over here. A bit asymmetrical, which is kind of what I want. Alright, there we go. Add a little bit of white glass through here, so we have a nice sort of double door entrance through here. That looks pretty nice. Right, how the bloody hell am I going to fit a building over here? What building is it going to be over here? That's a better question, because I have legitimately no clue. Anyway, let's start off with like the outlines, I guess. Let's keep this area a little bit free, and then have that match up with like some of the cliff face areas over here, just like so. Or actually, wait, let's go do that. There we go. This is why you need to plan your buildings, ladies and gentlemen, because sometimes it's pretty finicky to get things right. What the frick am I supposed to do with this area here? This weird sort of like extruded amount of cliff face. I guess put like some sort of like support for like a second story of some kind, so I'll probably just leave it as it is then, because I'm just focusing on the ground floor for the meantime. I need more orange glass. We're eating up our supply of orange glass pretty fast, Jesus. Alright, grab that, dump all of this, and then, what was I trying to do? I need to probably need to quickly, like, dump all the red glass real quick. My brain is not functioning properly today. I don't know why. Is it because I'm tired? I have no idea. No idea, honestly. Over here. Yeah, so far we have a nice supply of orange glass, so we don't need to worry about orange glass for the meantime. That's already full. What the heck am I going to use all the red glass for after all of this? That's something I'll definitely be a bit concerned about. Maybe you do like a farm project nearby so we can utilize all this red glass. So that might be pretty beneficial. Maybe for like a nether like fortress sort of like build, but I have no idea how that's going to work. Alright, organize this a little bit. Do gas spawn here? No. Crimson forests are immune to like gas spawning in, but there are parts of the city that might accidentally spawn in gas, and that's why we place down a crap ton of like glass all over the place. That way it will avoid like any sort of mobs, whether it be hoglins, piglins, or gas from spawning in. It's really handy, and ideally we want to keep the glass here as much as we can, because the last thing we want to deal with is like a huge like mob invasion of some kind once we finally put villagers or whatnot into the city. So ideally we would need to like keep the glass in and make sure it's all spawn proofed as good as possible, because ideally I don't want death in this city. It is a bit of a challenge though. How do we make this into like an actual livable city without causing like a crap ton of death from like piglins and stuff like that? It's a really interesting challenge to like work with. And I think we kind of nailed it a little bit in terms of like how things are gonna work out. Also, we might as well sacrifice a small area here because there really isn't enough room for like a proper doorway. Yeah, let's go over here. Break this. And then have a pillar over there. There we go. You give me smart vibes from the way you are talking. That's a first, honestly, from anyone who I've seen on like this Twitch chat. But I don't think I really have smart vibes. Like, if I would like to like listen to someone who's smart, I want to hear someone who's very articulate, and I'm nowhere close to being articulate. So I don't know if that is still accurate, though. I guess I'm just mainly prepared for what to really say or what to do in this entire like project. So that's why I come up as a bit smart, maybe. But yeah, I don't think I'm not really gonna come out as smart for everybody. You seem confident. I don't think. I don't know if confidence really like spews in like smartness. It's really just down to how articulate you can be. Maybe, I don't know. But confidence is only one piece of the puzzle, maybe, for, like, deeming someone who's, like, smart, maybe. But, yeah, I don't know. You sound like Mark Zuckerberg. Whatever that means. Like, I've listened to him, and I don't think I sound anywhere close to Mark Zuckerberg. Like, if you compare to how a lizard talks, I don't think I sound close to how he talks in that sort of sense. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. I really have no idea. I think this is pretty looking. Yeah, this looks pretty good as far as I know. Hopefully you're doing pretty nice, by the way, Gia Wills. Hope you're doing pretty all right. Yeah, I think this area looks pretty all right. Actually, let's add a basalt pillar over here and over here, just because it's bugging me out, maybe. But yeah, I think that's a pretty good start for this part of the terraces here. I mean, that's a pretty good sort of road layout, just having it 2 blocks wide compared to like 3 blocks wide. Yeah, it doesn't look too bad. But yeah, there isn't a lot of like other spaces for like other miscellaneous stuff, but that looks pretty good. All right, let's see here. Why are you changing the glass? Because I want to know what the sizes of the buildings are, because these are all floor plans for buildings and stuff like that. If you want to know what the colors mean, by the way, you can do !guide, G-U-I-D-E, to get a nice sort of like image to know what all the different stain colors mean. I don't think anyone has used that command, like, whatsoever. Like it's !guide. Unless it doesn't work, then frick. Then Stream Elements is not, like... Seriously, is Stream Elements not actually working properly? What the frick is wrong with this frick? Like, it was working fine earlier, and then it just stopped working. So, that's a good sign. That's a freaking good sign, I guess, that like Stream Elements just doesn't want me to work properly, or want it to work properly, I guess. Let me just double check the custom commands, !guide. Why is it not there? Why is it not there? I literally added this, like a few streams ago. Why is it not there? Did it not save? I remember adding it. I'm not being crazy as far as I know. Time, specs, schedule, rule shaders, detour glass. Did I seriously not have it on? What? Okay, Stream Elements is drunk AF, because I remember like I remember uploading the freaking thing, so why is it not there? That makes no bloody sense. Okay, let me see if I can try and hunt it down, because it's missing. The command is missing. Like, bruh. Let me see if I can try and like get the image, because I remember copying and pasting the image, but apparently I guess it's not working properly. Good job. Good job, I guess. Good job, Stream Elements, for keeping that. I'm so moving to like a different pot, like a few streams from now, I swear to God, because this is really stupid. Also, am I seeing like a red record? No, it's just like another drive I have. Okay, anyway, I remember having like an image, which is this. I'm just gonna upload the image again, so that way you guys can see. Oh my God, that way you can see what the guide image is. Because so far it's not freaking in the command is not even there, and I hate it. So, okay, here's a guide of all of the types of stained glass Fox is using for making the Crimson. Oh my God, I can't type. The Crimson City floor plans. There we go. Alright, advance, yep, cooldown, yep, that's good. Command aliases, guides, stained glass, maybe, floor plan, layout, city plan, I don't know. Activate command. Please work. ! Is it now working? Please, Stream Elements. There we go. I remember adding the freaking command. Unless it just did not save, then frick you, Stream Elements. Why did you not say? Okay, whatever. But it should be working now. ! Guide is how you figure out what all the different types of stained glass colors are there. It's really useful. I highly recommend you look at that guide, so you kind of have like a sort of a good idea what all the different colors mean. But alas, Stream Elements is drunk AF. Frick you, Stream Elements. Why? Alright, anyway. Let me just quickly bonk you real quick. How you doing, by the way, Mr. Allen Plays? Hope you're doing pretty nice. Okay, we need to build, like, another sort of entrance. Why the frick did I put the entrance like this? I'm gonna move this real quick. This is bothering me. This is bothering the heck out of me. You can do !building or !project, by the way, Alan Plays, to get a command response on what I'm building right now. So yeah, you can do !building or !command in the chat. It's pretty handy commands. This is the miscellaneous or variety gameplay, like intro music. I love listening to this. Alright, go over here. How the frick do we access the top of this display terrace? So we need to work over here. But how the hell does one access this area? This is gonna be very interesting, I guess. Maybe like a spiral staircase of some kind, but I don't know. I really don't know how well this is gonna be implemented. Let's start this sort of like pathway over here and see how that goes. Alright, see you later then, Quirks. Hopefully you get some good rest then, mate. Be sure to get some good rest. Alright, let's see how this will look. Gotta love building spiral staircases. Hopefully I'm not gonna keep doing that for the other buildings, because I've already been having the habit of building spiral staircases for like Ice Nemesis, so the last thing I want to keep doing is the same sort of cliche stuff I've done already with other buildings. So it really is going to be a challenge on how we can organize all of that. Again, this is all placeholder stuff because I do not know what a finalized design would be, so don't take this as the finalized sort of idea of what this staircase will be, because I am still have no idea yet. Let's see, let's fit this over here. Anyway, Melza says, oh, this is looking a lot different from when I was last here. Indeed. We're making some pretty staggering, like, progress on, like, getting the floor plans done for the city, so compared to, like, other stuff we've worked on the city or, like, worked on this project, this is much more faster to see in terms of progress than, like, anything I've done previously, which is really nice. And a bit of a refresher compared to, like, all the netherrack and glass placing stuff we've done previously, so this is really, really nice. Anyway, hope your day's been doing pretty well so far, Melza. Alright, going up. Oh my god, I can't even traverse this stupid staircase. Freaking stupid hell. Okay, anyway. That's fine, though. It's fine. Because we managed to persevere after a while. Alright, let's make a diagonal, like, pathway here, because why not? Because I'm lazy and I don't really care too much. Alright, there'll be a nice sort of, like, pathway going in this direction. Fire alarm went off and crying over history, but yep, school. Big Sag. Also, please focus on your school, mate. And your education. Sans the Skeleton, welcome back. Hope your day's been doing pretty well. But yeah, very, very interesting, I guess, Milta. Jesus. Gotta love dealing with fire alarm drills. Is it even a drill at this point? Like, it's just a fire alarm schedule, I guess, for you to have, like, a drill or whatnot. Unless it's, like, a genuine activation of the fire alarm. Which can happen, then I don't know what else to say about that. Sans the Skeleton says, I've been doing great. Nice. Glad to hear you're doing pretty well so far. That's pretty good to hear. Okay, how the frick would this pathway works? Idiot Junior's pressing the alarm? Okay, that makes total sense. I mean, that happened when I was an intermediate and stuff like that, so that's a lovely thing to deal with. Good old juniors being juniors. Alright, let's see here. Nice pathway going over here. That looks pretty good. The best XD indeed. Amazing. Alright, let's see here. We're gonna have a nice sort of right angle pathway around through here to slither in like a snake. Whatever the frick that metaphor is. How's your day been so far, Fox? I mean, the morning it's been pretty alright. The stream has been pretty chill. Temperature-wise, it's also been very chill as well, but mainly that's because it's in the morning. If I did the stream again in the evening, the reason why we're doing these morning streams now is that the evenings suck in terms of temperature, not like anything else. It's just gonna suck for me to do streams in like 28 degrees Celsius, like indoor temperatures, so that's gonna really be annoying. So I'm gonna try and like focus on like doing like morning streams in the meantime, just to avoid dealing with all that sort of like annoying evening heat. But overall, it's been pretty like pretty alright here, so that's pretty nice. No idea what the frick this area is going to be. Could this be like another way for people to like enter through this terrace? Because it would make a bit of sense if that was the case. But yeah, I don't know. Actually, let's see. Let's go and break this off a little bit, because this still has like spawning regions for piglins, so I might turn this into like some sort of area, I guess. 𝗦cie𝗰𝗶𝗟𝗀 says, last time I joined you had 20 viewers average. WTF, how did this happen? It is called the front page backfill, in which I'm like getting a crap ton of viewers because mainly none of the headlining front page streamers are live. So a lot of people are either like lurking in the front page, or people are just able to see the front page, I guess, and see the stream, because that's how it works, because some of the bigger streamers are not live right now. And as a result, I'm able to get a lot of the North American streamers who are just currently having twitch.tv open somewhere. Which means that this stream might be somewhere like open in like some place in the Twitch headquarters maybe, so hello Twitch staff. I'm a very responsible streamer. Okay, anyway. I'm kidding, I am a responsible streamer. Anyway, SPX Splash. Or maybe just Splash? Welcome to the Fox Army. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice so far, mate. Alright, anyway, I don't know how to speak shy anymore. But hope you're doing pretty well so far, though, Splash. Welcome to the Fox Army. Yes, Twitch staff, I'm a responsible viewer and chatter, indeed. Very responsible. Alright, get bonked, you freaking idiots! You freaking bloody hoglin shites who are trying to murder me all the time. Okay, anyway. Let's get rid of this, because this is not spawn-proofed whatsoever. Anyway, let's quickly see if we can try and build a pathway through here. Because this definitely seems that we can add like a pathway of some kind. It just needs to be 2 blocks wide. So that's all good for us. Okay, that just fell down. Okay, that's way too low. There we go. Hopefully that's looking pretty good. Chubby Alex, welcome to the Fox Army. Hope your day's been doing pretty nice. Alright, let's go down a little bit. My legs are getting a little bit achy all of a sudden. Also, this is way too high. This entire walkway here is a bit too high. Okay, so how in the bloody world do we make this look a little bit better? Or how do we make this a little bit better, I guess? Ow! Leave me alone when I'm trying to brainstorm shite, you freaking bloody piglins. Come on. Okay, anyway. What I think I should do, actually, for this pathway is to have it, like, link up over, in this direction. Have, like, a pathway starting over here. So what we need to do is to, mine a little bit of netherrack, over here, so we have a little bit of space to build, like, another pathway down over here, I guess. So, don't know how that's going to work, and I don't know if I want to get rid of all the netherrack over here, actually. Like, all the netherrack, I don't think removing it all would be great. So what I'm gonna try and do is, number one, we're gonna move this pathway a little bit to this side over here. See how that's gonna work. Get rid of this section of the pathway. I'm gonna do some 5-head plays while these piglins are... I have no idea what the hell's going on over there. Just leave me alone. I'm just trying to build some stuff. Just leave me in peace. Okay, you guys cannot leave me in peace. How you doing, by the way, Zach? Hope your day's been doing pretty well. I might as well get free food out of you guys. Okay, you asked for this. You asked for this. I told you guys to, like, leave me alone, and you refused to leave me alone, so thank you for the free food, I guess. Alright, let's go back over here. Bit of a temporary staircase of some kind, but this might be, like, a good basis for, like, a proper staircase. Free food, I know, right? Who knew that, like, the nether is a very good supplement of, like, food and stuff like that? It's super handy. Yeah, I can lower this down by 2 extra blocks, so that's good. Go over there. Leave me alone, you baby piglin. Why are you guys such a bloody arse? Alright, anyway. Anyway, Zach, if you want to know what we're building right now, you can do !building or !project in the chat. Either one of those commands will give you a bit of a synopsis or an idea about what we're working on right now. And it might be pretty handy. Alright. Something like this. So we have like a bit of like a curved in staircase of some kind, so we can actually have access over here, which is really, really handy. So that saves up a little space, and it doesn't look very jank. Excuse me. But overall, not too bad, not too bad. Alright, Melt has to do some more schoolwork. You do what you need to do then, mate. Hopefully you do pretty well at school stuff. And please focus on your education stuff as well. But yeah, hope you do pretty well, mate. Nether is just overall 2.0, except there's more death. So, that's basically it. I mean, technically what we're doing is basically turning it to like Nether... No, sorry, overall 2.0, but at the same time it is full of death. It's not really comparable to compared to like the overworld most of the time. It kind of sucks to live in. But overall, at least we're able to build like a pretty nice looking like layout of a city over here. So ain't complaining too much, I guess. Alright, so how in the heck do we make this look good? So let's start off with like layout for like some of the buildings over here and see how this would work. San says no longer 2-hour stream weekdays. I'm trying to aim for like 2-hour streams. The biggest issue I have to deal with right now is that summer's approaching, and as a result, it gets extremely stupidly hot during the evening, so I had to like cut down the stream time a little bit for like the past 2 streams. But I'm gonna try to reach like 2-hour streams like during the mornings now, because there should be no excuse for me to like not do 2-hour streams. Then again, there are appointments I need to deal with later on, but I'll probably like make a notification beforehand, or make an announcement or update beforehand before I do that. But yeah, I'm trying to aim for like 2-hour streams now, again, because we've been like kind of slacking off a little bit when it comes to that. 𝗦cie comfortably knowing he had more viewers than 𝗦cie about 51 seconds ago. I have no idea who the heck 𝗦cie is, and maybe I should just not care. I mean, yeah, I don't know who Joe is, really, so it's interesting, though. I honestly don't really want to compare viewership with like other bigger streamers and whatnot. Then again, it should not be really like a thing to compare that much anyway, because usually I would just focus on doing my own stuff. How the frick am I missing this piglin? Die. Okay, there we go. But yeah, I really don't want to compare like viewership numbers between like other streamers, because sometimes it's just not really like easy to compare, because it might be some sort of promotional stuff or raid they've like received and stuff like that. So it's really not fair-ish to like do proper comparisons when it comes to like viewers with other viewership compared to like other streamers and whatnot. So I just avoid trying to do that. Alright, anyway, let's throw this over here. Also, I don't know why you need to mention the height, because that seems kind of weird. Alright, anyway. Let's go put this back over here. We need to dump a crap ton of netherrack stuff over here, I guess. Remember, never listen to 4chan. I mean, who the frick takes 4chan seriously nowadays? It's literally just a huge platform for people to, like, troll the heck out of people. Yeah, it really depends, though. Let's see... I don't think we need more white glass, so I think we just focus on the materials we have right now, which is fine. Let's quickly indicate where all the pillars are going to be. Like so. Hopefully that's gonna work out, I guess. There we go. No, I don't want that over there. And I got rid of all my red glass, so I can't even do anything about that. Yes, hang on. I actually could fill this area. There we go. So that's fine. Adding another accent over there, or not accent. Quartz pillars over here in the corners. There we go. Alright, how's that looking? This is a nice, normal L-shaped sort of house or building of some kind that we can easily split into multiple buildings, which is pretty good. It looks like a gun, which is not surprising considering how whack these buildings are formed, so yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. But in the meantime, I guess we can try and expand a little bit on the edges over here. Yeah, expand like the, move this like building a bit to the edge over here, so that way we can maximize the space over here, I guess, and see how that would work. I think by the end of this stream we'll be able to like finish up all of the buildings around like the terraces, I guess, or like the main terraces over here, which is pretty pog. We're making some very staggering progress right now when it comes to like building the actual buildings, I guess. If I want to build a doorway, maybe I'll focus on a doorway over here. Yeah, doorway over here would make a bit of sense. Okay, let's put the accent outlines over here. There we go. Let's see over here. Why is my throat reacting during this morning? Maybe I'm just not used to like streaming in the mornings for the most part, and that's the reason why my throat's acting a bit weird. Yeah, that looks pretty okay-ish. We need to split this up into 2 different buildings, so that way it would work kinda okay, I guess, in terms of buildings and whatnot. So let's see. You can probably like divide it over here. Start with that, or just a straight line actually. Wait, should we make it a straight line? Yeah, let's just make it a straight line, just to make things a little bit simpler for us. Straight line building right over here, which doesn't look too bad. I think that's a pretty good amount of space for these 2 buildings, so that's pretty good. We'll definitely need to put a doorway somewhere over here. How's the walls looking like right now? How the frick are you able to climb up the blade staircase? Alright, let's see here. Blup, 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 blup. Yeah, this is just gonna be a single door, like, sort of building, I guess. How would the pillars look? I don't know if I want to put the accent in front or not. Also, how you doing, by the way, Sodium? Hope your day's been doing pretty well so far, mate. Yeah, I'm just gonna move the face of this wall closer to the pathway, because that'll work a bit better. If I sound exhausted, by the way, my throat is acting very, very gunky, and I have no idea why, because I don't think I have any hay fever today or something like that, so apologies if I sound a little bit gunky today. But yeah, I don't know what the frick is wrong with my throat right now. It's acting stupid. Anyway, I've been doing good to Sodium. Nice. How's the glass placing? I'm pretty smooth right now. I mean, there's like a lot of pain points that we've been trying to place down glass at. But overall, we're making like huge staggering amounts of progress this stream. Like, we're pretty much done with this terrace over there, and pretty much all the buildings over there, so we're making big amounts of progress. Have you drank water? Yes. I've already drank some water. I'll drink some more water, just to verify that my throat is still gonna suffer despite this. It worked a little bit, I guess. But yeah, it's still gunky. Don't know why. Maybe it's because I've like streamed like last night and today, and it's not going very well for my throat, I guess. But yeah, it makes no sense in some degree. Also, this wall over here kind of sucks, so I'm gonna move this a little bit, just to make this a little bit more expanded. Add a pillar over there, add an accent over there, get rid of all of this. So we have a little bit of extra space for our walls over here. And this is why you build the floor plans first, or build like a proper floor plan for your buildings before you build the actual buildings. Because then you'll realize what mistakes you need to fix before you like actually place down any proper building blocks. Because sometimes getting rid of the building blocks is a huge pain in the arse sometimes as well. So it's good to have like some sort of plan like this so you can iterate with ideas. Crimson Knight says, what are you building again? You can do !building or !project to know what we're building right now. But the TLDR is that we're working on another city. So that's why it's kind of laid out similar to like, well, a city. So yeah, that's a little bit of something that you want to know. Alright. Put some basalt pillars on the edges over here. Just add a little bit of extra depth. There we go. Looking pretty good so far, I guess. So a little bit of extra space for the interior, which is all good. And a little bit of space over here to add like some sort of like decoration blocks or whatnot. I don't know if I want the pathways to always have like the accents touching right next to them, because yeah, I kind of want to have like some sort of variety between, or not variety, space between the pathway and the actual buildings in some areas. So we'll see how that goes, I guess, later on. Also, I love how these like freaking piglins are already learning how to pathfind across this stupid blade staircase that we built. Like, bruh. This area is already getting cursed by the minute, I swear to God. Let me try and spawn proof some of the areas over here, because this area is really going to be annoying. So you guys can all shut up around through here. There we go. I don't think this is going to be enough, but it's a good enough, like, vicinity, I guess, so that's fair. No city is complete without pollution. And it depends on how we're gonna, like, sort of, like, what's the word? Implement such an idea of, like, pollution being scattered all over the city. Because I'm thinking of building some factories, but I have no idea what the size of the factories are going to be, or what the factories would be producing. And, it'll be interesting to see how, like, the city will manage its waste sometimes, or waste products. So, that'll be something that I'll definitely experiment with. Alright. Have this go right up against the edge of this cliff face over here, because why not? And we're gonna make this a little bit more interesting and have like a bit of a yard over here that's free for like some of the buildings over here to use, maybe. This might be pretty beneficial for some people, but who knows? You can really tell that I have a problem with like memorizing so much Sonic like soundtracks in the past. Alright, anyway, let's see. This is not gonna work very well if I have it like over here, so let's try and move this a bit back. Shall we make it a double door entrance? Yeah, let's make it a double door. Why not? Oh god, that viewership is very inflated right now, Jesus. Anyway, since this is a Crimson City, will there be a warp something? Like, one of the building designs is to have, like, a warp tree in the middle of some of the buildings, so that might be a possible idea that I'm going to experiment with. But then again, some ideas are still in the air as far as I know. Anyway, I don't know if I'm very hilarious, though, Crimson Knight all the time, but appreciate the compliment, I guess. Don't know what else to say about that. Okay, I'll go over here. Alright. Yeah, looking pretty good so far. All I need to do now is just put the outlines. This would definitely be multiple buildings, but I need to first of all know what the size of these plots of land is going to be. You know what, this is going to bother me a little bit. Actually, no, I'm going to leave it over there, actually. I think that looks pretty okay for what it is. We'll put some proper walls over here, because frick this space. Frick the space for the most part. And then maybe over here we add another like pillar of some kind, and then we'll just go from there. What the frick am I planning to do around through here? I just realized. I don't know how this will look. Okay, accent blocks over here. Then wall ow! Frick you! Frick you, you stupid piglin. Then some proper wall blocks, and I'm out of freaking bloody black glass. Great. Do I need any more glass colors? Maybe white, I guess, because we still need to work on pathways. And I also need to quickly grab some excess amounts of netherrack. There we go. See how that will work. You meant like an entire warp city. Oh, right. I don't know if I would build like an entire warp city, though, because at the same time I would be fitting for like the theme of like the Nether City, I guess, but like, yeah, I don't know if I would want to spend a lot of time working on like a proper warp city as well. Plus, there's also the problem of like Endermen being a thing as well, and I think that's the main reason why I also like focused on building the city in the Crimson Forest, is that Endermen are complete pricks when it comes to making proper builds and stuff like that, so yeah, that's also a reason why we chose the Crimson City. It's gonna be a nightmare to figure out how to tell the Enderman to frick off. So, I don't know how well we can like build like a proper like warp city of some kind, but yeah, I'm gonna see how that will work maybe in the future. But for the meantime, I don't have any major plans yet. Right, so this needs to be divided up into different plots of land, but how the frick... Or multiple buildings, sorry, but like how in the frick would we want this to be handled? Let me try to go over here, I guess. Did you know if you can get an average of 21 viewers, you're in the top 1% of Twitch streamers, which is not surprising whatsoever, Maxi. Because, yeah, viewership in terms of, like, knowing which streamers to watch is kind of busted and stupid in some degree. But it really shows how competitive, like, Twitch streaming is in some, like, categories, I guess. Then again, it also matters on what category you're watching, because sometimes, some categories are much more favorable to, like, smaller streamers compared to others. Like, you don't really want to stream, like, CSGO while, like, there's a major tournament happening, or else people are just not going to watch you, but, yeah, it depends also as well on the conditions. Anyway, back to some more chill Minecraft stuff. Still need to fill in some more floor plans here. And hopefully it's not going to look too completely awful. But, yeah, I mean, so far the floor plans haven't been too completely awful, so I think we're making some pretty good staggering progress around through here. Alright, let's go and fill in these spots over here, I guess. How about over here? Let's add some more things over here. There we go. Alright, so this is the entire, like, floor map over here for this entire space. We can add, like, a division of walls over in this direction. Do we want to split this, though? Split this wall into two? Because that means we can't fit a window over here. Yeah, I don't want to do that, because that would be pretty brutal. So let's try, like, a bit of the building separation over here instead. And would it be better just to keep this as one whole building? Or should this be, like, another building of some kind? Oh, God, it's so hard to, like, decide in some of these areas. Oh, boy. I mean, I kind of want to make this its own separate building, I guess. So let's try and, like, separate it. And despite this being pretty small, I guess this also would have, like, a lot of, like, second story sort of features as well. So that might be interesting for that other building. But we'll see. That seems like a pretty good sort of, balance-ish between, like, different building types around through here, maybe. I don't know, honestly. Okay, let's try and also expand the walls over here, because this seems kind of jank over here, I guess. Anyway, 𝗦ście is going to deal with their dental hygiene, so I'll see you in a small bit, I guess. If the chat explodes now, it's not my fault, says 25 𝗦ście. That's a bra moment. Anyway, I'll see you next time for like a short bit then, 𝗦ście. Be sure you brush your teeth. Alright, let's put a pillar over here. See how that would look. Whoops. Pillar over here, pillar over there, more accent blocks over here. This would be a double door entrance, so that's fine. Need to get rid of all those black glass over here. Alright, looking pretty good. Get some more black glass over here, I guess. Anyway, I'm back because of break. Welcome back, 𝗦ście. Alright. Looking pretty good, I guess. There really isn't that much ways I can tell people to stop, like, watching my streams and focus on school, because most people are just not going to listen anyway. I mean, as much as I want to, like, keep saying that, that really isn't much I can really do, unfortunately, when it comes to this. But just, yeah, please focus on your school as much as you can, though. Because maintaining, like, relationships in school is better than, like, maintaining relationships with, like, my stream sometimes. But still. I should be at school, but I'm currently sick, which is a big rip, so hopefully you feel better soon then, 𝗦ście. I can't even fit a basalt pillar over here, I think, for this building, which is going to be, interesting for us to deal with. But anyway, that seems to be, pretty alright for the building over here. Alright, put some accent blocks over there, and then we'll add an entranceway for this building. Probably over... What the frick are you doing here? Die. Get bonked, you idiot. Alright, anyway. There we go. How's that looking? I mean, overall, it's not looking too bad. We can actually put a basalt pillar over here, and it would actually not look completely terrible. But, yeah, overall, it doesn't look too bad. So that's this area completely sorted out. I have no idea what the heck I'm going to fit over there, but it's definitely not going to be a building. But pretty much this sorts out this terrace, which is nice. How much more do we still need to work on? So pretty much we've done with this area over here, this entire terrace area over here, which is pretty nice, and we've done this upper terrace area over here, which is pretty sweet. So I guess the next thing we need to work on is these lower terraces over here, because this will be an interesting area to work out what buildings should be over here, I guess. So this will be interesting. And also I need to get rid of the staircase as well, so time to go back to doing some more terraforming stuff. Oh boy. You thought the terraforming stuff is over? Nope. It still needs to be continued. I'm kidding. We just need to quickly catch up with all the work that we missed. And I somewhat missed this part, so yay, that's lovely. Anyway, I already read the message. Zach says who needs school? Not Elon Musk, apparently. Apparently, I guess. I mean, he is a spoiled brat in some degree, so big rip. Vanilla Cape says, yo, what's up? I'm doing pretty well so far, man. Hope you're doing pretty nice so far as well, Vanilla Cape. Anyway, for a moment I heard terrorist. My mouth is acting stupid again, isn't it? If I say some words that sound kind of off-putting, you can blame my mouth for phrasing it like that, because I don't really have much control of like how I like speak some other words. Because usually I meant like other, like, sorry. Usually I always think of like a different pronunciation of something, and then it just comes off completely wrong. And yeah, my mouth does that quite often, which is pretty whack. Anyway, no, my ears probably need a checkup. Depends really. Because I've had like incidents before in the past where I said something weird that I definitely did not intend to say, or like say something, like say a word very incorrectly that I did not mean to say, so I don't know what really to say about that. What's the number for 911? I mean, depends on where you live in the world, because 911 here in New Zealand does jack shite. Anyway, I mean, it's up to you really to know. Yeah, 111 in New Zealand for basically all the emergency services. I think actually, like, if you dial 911 here in New Zealand, it actually automatically redirects to 111 because people don't. Because I think a lot of people who are like visitors or like travelers to New Zealand are getting so used to like 911 as like the so-called pop culture sign or call to make, or number to make whenever there's like an emergency. So they just redirect all the calls to 111 here in New Zealand, I guess. And where Zach lives, it's 000, which also makes a little bit of sense. But yeah, I find it pretty interesting though. And I also would bet that if you dial 911 in that country, it's gonna redirect to 000. But yeah, pretty interesting though. Good old American pop culture, fleeting into, is it fleeting? No, what the frick am I trying to say? Seeding, I guess, into like the minds of like a lot of foreigners. I'm kidding. I have no idea really. Critter says, excuse me. Critter says, little rascals, no, or rascals, no. What do you mean by little rascals? Kind of confused by what type of context you're trying to like, I mean there, but maybe I'm just missing something out of like someplace in the chat. Do I want to keep this? I'll throw this over here. What's the number for 911? Little rascals? I mean, usually we associate that with like emergency services, but then again, it also depends on where you live in the world, because sometimes 911 means something completely different. But yeah, I don't think I would think of Little Rascals. I never heard what Little Rascals is. The movie. Yeah, I don't think I've watched Little Rascals whatsoever, so that's interesting. Yeah, I don't think I've really watched that, so I don't really get a reference, unfortunately. I'm so behind like watching a lot of movies. Honestly, I really need to like catch up with like a lot of shows I need to watch. I mean, after this stream, I'll be watching like the next episode of Andor anyway, so that's gonna be interesting. Does the Philippines have like I don't think the Philippines has like a direct number like that, because I know for a fact like in the Philippines like every single emergency service number is its own number, which is annoying. So that's kind of yikes. Now, this is like Australia or something like that. I don't know where 000 would be like a sign for like emergency call signs. But yeah, it probably has to be somewhere like maybe like similar to Australia, but I could be completely wrong. Alright, so we're gonna make this into a nice sort of 3-block pathway, heading in this direction. Yeah, Australia. Yeah, it kind of rings a bell that it's similar to Australia, because, yeah, 3 numbers and stuff like that. Basically, Australia basically is similar to New Zealand, so we'll probably have like the same sort of like systems we have in place, and that makes a little bit of sense. Anyway. So yeah, somewhere in Australia by the looks of it, so yeah, that makes sense. Then again, a lot of like, even from my trip to Melbourne, Australia and like New Zealand has a lot of things in common, which is frightening, I guess. But also it's kind of reassuring that if I ever move to Australia for whatever reason, which I'm definitely not going to do, but like if I ever need to move to Australia for like whatever reason, I can actually don't get like a huge culture shock. It's really, really like eerie, I would say, how similar we are in terms of like cultures and stuff to do. I mean, technically we share the same supermarket. We have Countdown, you guys got Woolies. They're both like monopolies in their own ways, and they kind of suck in terms of prices, so we also all suffer together, I guess. Anyway, but still, it's pretty interesting though. It's pretty interesting. Let's have the pathway go around through here, so that makes a bit of sense. Yeah, we have Burger King. You guys have Hungry Jack's, which I find very funny because it's just a bit of a weird origin story for like why it's called Hungry Jack's, I guess. I never actually tried the Hungry Jack's in Melbourne, so I don't know how good or terrible it is. But if knowing some people, it probably is absolutely shite compared to the Burger King here in New Zealand. So I don't know. I never tried the fast food in Australia when I last visited. When I went to Melbourne last month. So I have no idea what it tastes like. Do you know why? So there was like, if I can remember the history lesson that I like quickly researched. There's a freaking fast food shop in Adelaide that already took the trademark for Burger King, which I find very funny. And then so far, like they want to like Burger King wants to franchise their stores to, or like their fast food, fast food places to like Australia, but they can't take Burger King for obvious reasons. So they have to enlist someone by the name of like something Jack. I forgot who his full name was. And he basically decided to like opt in with the name of like Hungry Jack's, and there was also more legal stuff after that. But oh well, it's funny. It's really funny how much power, like that Adelaide takeaway shop had over like the name of like a Burger King. But I wish that they like also like released the name. But I think Burger King would just be pissed off if they did that anyway. It's super funny. But anyway, very funny though. It's very funny. Anyway, Critters54, welcome to the Fox Army. But yeah, Australia has some very interesting sort of cultures that, or history that I find very humorous. Like, it is a bit of yeah, it is pretty interesting. Don't know if it's going to be worthy of me moving to Australia for all of that, but still, it's a very interesting sort of culture, and I like it. I like it in some ways. It's like purposely whack. Purposely whack in its own right, and that's the basis of the entire Australian culture. It's just whack, and I kind of like it because of that. Like, you find a country that is like, or find like a place in the world that is full of deadly animals, and you're like, I'm gonna live there. I'm gonna live in this place, because despite all the deadly mammals and reptiles that are in here, this is a nice place to live in. Yeah, definitely. And also, like, a lot of other stuff I also found humorous. But still, it's pretty interesting, though. Okay. I guess this area would just have to be a dedicated building of some kind, because I can't think of anything else I can build a road through here, so, might as well leave it as it is, I guess. Anyway, I've almost never seen, like, a deadly animal before, except in, like, a zoo. Yeah, I think, like, a lot of city areas, as well, don't really have, like, a lot of deadly animals. But if you're living in, like, a rural area, good luck. But yeah, don't touch them and they will not bother you whatsoever, which is basically the rule of thumb when it comes to like finding some very wacky animals in Australia. Yeah, that's pretty interesting though, critters. But then again, probably they're hiding pretty well, because sometimes some deadly creatures really like to hide very well in some areas, because, you know, they're kind of wanting to wait for like a prey to pounce, you know? Also, this area sucks to build in, so I'm not going to build something over in this small plot of land. This could just be reserved for something else instead. Let's skip this track, Which track have I not listened to in quite some time? This one I haven't listened to, like this track. Anyway, they are hiding. We have bigger animals that are more deadly. Oh boy. But yeah, that makes a little bit more sense as well. Okay, part of me doesn't like this sort of weird indent, so I'm just gonna fill this in. Or, yeah, I'm gonna leave this actually. That looks pretty interesting. I'm trying to figure out if I should probably, like, move this pathway a bit to the left, but, I think that should be fine, I think. Gamerholic, how you doing, by the way, Gamerholic? Hope your day's been doing pretty well. And what the media says, drop bears are real and they will frick you up. Oh god. Well, that's horrifying then. But yeah, pretty much like Australia, it's just a very interesting place. Not a very deadly place, but then again, I'm not going to move there anytime soon, but still, it's an interesting place. I feel like a lot of people do overblow with like all the dangerous, like, or deadly, like, animals there, but still pretty interesting. Alright, let's see how this would work. We're gonna add some corners! And there goes a piece of glass. Rest in peace, orange glass. You lived a good life. Oh well. That's just gonna die forever now. And I cannot fill this lava anymore because of that. Oh well. Rest in peace, piece of glass. You lived a good life. Maybe I should have left it in, so that way we can treat it as like a pillar, but oh well. Oh well, it's dead now. It's officially dead. Alright, anyway. This looks very phallic. Anyway, let's see. This is only gonna be a 1 block sort of thing here, so that's gonna be very annoying to work with. I need to probably move this by an extra block over here, so we have a little bit more extra space to work with in terms of, like, working spaces, I guess. Or building spaces. Add some orange glass here. Yeah, this seems like a very interesting sort of shape of a building, but I can't really complain too much, I guess. It's fine for what it is, I guess. If I wanted to add a little bit of extra detail, maybe I should probably expand a little bit over in this direction. Just that way it doesn't look too whack. There we go. Put some pillars there. Do that. How does that look? A little bit more different, which is better. Yeah, the good old Emu Wars. Very funny to read about. But still also, like, kind of, like, the basis of how everyone treats emus, I guess, in general. Which is even more funny, considering that is the national animal of Australia. And it's also shown in, like, the coat of arms. And yet it's still considered a pest. Very, very interesting. I mean, then again, some people also take emus as pets, so I don't really have much of a say to everything, I guess. Let's see, this would have to be, like, directly through the middle, I guess, so, like, a nice sort of, like, doorway entrance over here would make a bit of sense, I guess. This either looks like a key or like a space shuttle. You can see, like, a bit of a silhouette of a space shuttle or, like, a shuttle of some kind like that, which is interesting. Or something very inappropriate, but then again, you have to use your imagination for that, but oh well. That looks pretty cool. Let's add a little bit of, like, basalt pillars around the edges over here, which is plenty of edges we can work with, actually, so yeah, that looks pretty good. Alright, how in the bloody hell do we make this into, like, a good building area? Alright, let's first of all, like, put the accent layout and see how that will work. We'll probably leave the last plot of land there for next stream tomorrow morning and see how that would go. Do I have anything tomorrow morning? Because I swear there probably is something tomorrow morning I need to deal with, but I think we should be fine. Michael Theodore Mouse. I mean, I don't think I really see the resemblance, but oh well. Very interesting. God, I love listening to this. God, yeah, I really love listening to this track. Alright, go over here. Do 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 do. I can't sing the melody, but it's so nice to listen to. Really has some sort of, like, epic feel to it. Alright, let's go around through here, fill in all the spots. There we go. Yeah, I was thinking of, like, making this into 2 buildings, but I think a single building would work better. Because I don't think there really is a lot of real estate you can work with around through here, so yeah, probably just stick to this to be like just a single building. There we go. We're pretty fast in like getting all these like building outlines done. I think we actually could like fix up this like last plot over there by the end of the stream. So that's actually going to be really handy for us in terms of like getting these buildings done in time. Hopefully we're not going to run out of glass, because that's mainly my voice crack. That's mainly my biggest worry right now, is we don't have enough glass to cover up all of these sort of floor plans, I guess. But I hope that we have enough glass in general for all of this. But things are looking pretty good. Could be a park with a lava pond. Who knows, maybe. Well, it'll just have to like vary depending on like the location, I guess. Like, I don't know what I'm gonna do over here. Maybe some sort of dock of some kind for like striders to just vibe around might work very well, but I don't know. There's still a few areas that I'm kind of like debating over what should I do. So there's still plenty of ideas I can think of. Alright, let's go and do the corners real quick. These are the easiest to do. And then I guess once we're like going to the once we start working on the buildings, I guess we can see if we can try to make this look a little bit better in some degree. I guess I have no idea. Also, this is a very tight looking area. Jesus. Okay, let's try and fix that. That doesn't look really great. Yeah, let's put like a pillar over here. I'm gonna expand this over here, because this is not going to be very healthy for us to work with. There we go. Amazing soundtrack. Love how it just ends like that. God, my throat is really destroyed today. Yeah, that looks a little bit more better. A lot more space you can walk around through here. And we can turn this into like a staircase of some kind, so that's much better. Alright, last area or like building outline we need to work on for today, because this area is completely and utterly open. Let's see how this would work. This would have to be like, I actually don't know what this is going to be. So we're just have to like be inventive or very creative in how we implement this sort of idea. Because I'm pretty genuinely clueless on what this area is going to be turned into. Might be something useful, or might be something not useful at all, but who knows. There might be like also like a way you can go through this building up towards this terrace over here, so I'm gonna build like a bit of an extrusion over there. So we'll see how that will look maybe. But yeah, I have no idea what exactly this building is going to be. But hopefully it will look pretty nice. This one's been nail acting super weird. Alright. Part of me wants me to like extrude this over in this direction, just for the lulz. Well, not just for the lulz, I might as well add a little bit of extra depth to this building. My alarm just scared me, rest in peace, Zach. The troubles of waking up early is just getting jump scared by your own alarm. Also, welcome back, Pets and Gek. Alright, go over here, fill in all these leftover accent walls, or not walls, but just details. And yeah, this would have to be like a single building, I guess. We can't really split this into multiple buildings. Maybe I'll move this over here. Just have, so that we can have a little bit of extra space around through here. And we'll see how that goes. Who said I slept? Oh, you just stayed up all night. Get some rest, mate. That's not healthy. but please get some rest. Anyway, let's keep going around through here. Alright, looking pretty good. Why is the room temperature starting to boil up? What the frick? I can start feeling a little bit warm in this stupid room, but it's much more cooler compared to like my experiences last night, so we'll keep doing these morning streams over like the evening streams we've done last stream, but at the same time, why does this freaking room really want me to die? Okay, anyway, frick off, you freaking bloody piglin shite. Come on, I'm chasing after you. I'm chasing after you. I'm chasing after you. You will perish. You will perish, sir. You will perish. Why is he still running away from me? You will perish. You will perish. Okay, he's dead now. Anyway. Let's just keep going around through here. Yeah, of course, drugs is not going to be really healthy. Weird stuttering of some kind that I don't know why it happens, but it happens sometimes. Computer, why? Okay, anyway. But yeah, drugs be kind of whack as well. Alright, anyway, let's go over here. Break all these corners here. Yeah, I have no idea if this is going to look nice or not, but hopefully it would. Nice little corners over there. And yeah, we got a nice sort of like floor plan for like a nice sort of building that just goes around the length of this area. I don't know what this building is going to be. It could be some sort of tavern that's like multi-storied or whatnot, but honestly, I have no idea. So anyway, we still have one leftover terrace left to work with, and I'll leave that for tomorrow's stream, I guess? I don't know what exactly this area is going to be, but we have to like, utilize a little bit of this plot of land so we can make use of this area, maybe? And have that connect over there? I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to call it for tonight then, or not tonight, this morning, because it's already now like 2 hours into the stream now, so I can finally get some rest. But in the meantime, if you guys want to see more of these wacky streams, I highly recommend you join the very wacky Discord server that's been... The link has been posted multiple times in the stream already, but just join the wacky Discord server so that way you get notified immediately when the next stream goes live next time. I cannot speak shy anymore. But anyway, stay hydrated from 𝗶𝗶𝗟𝗶. Be sure to get some good rest. And also stay hydrated as always. And I'll see you guys again in another stream. I don't know how to do an outro for the VOD viewers, so here's an outro. Or something, I don't freaking know.